Hey y'all. So my name is Keisha Alexander and I live in Tomball, Texas. About 2 years ago, my husband was diagnosed with a heart aneurysm and his heart ejection fraction went down from a 70 to a 43 in less than a year. And I'm young, y'all. I know I might not look like it, or do I, but I'm young. And I was looking at my husband thinking, am I going to be a widow? And so there were nights I laid on my bed just praying for an answer. God, help me, help my husband, give us an answer. And we thought the answer would come through a miracle, like, okay, automatically gone. But the answer really came when my friend Carrie called me and she said, Keisha, have you tried these patches? I didn't know nothing about the patches, but I trusted Carrie with my life. And she told me a couple of things that really put my heart at ease. Um, she told me her story, which was amazing about her foot. It gave me hope. But in the back of my mind, not knowing what this technology was, I was like, but will it mess up his heart? Will it do anything to his heart? And then she told me these words, which has given me the greatest confidence to share this with anybody. She said, Keisha, it's non transdermal. So, what it meant is there's nothing going into his bloodstream. So, the fear of what would happen to my husband's heart was gone. And I am so glad she said those words, y'all, because we started patching my husband. Didn't know what to expect, but I know in the first couple of weeks, I saw my husband go outside and play with our kids, and he hadn't done that. And I don't know how long, at least a year, because he was stuck in the room in the dark, suffering from migraines and body pains. Within a few more months, his personality changed. I don't know if you've ever been around someone who was struggling with, severe illness, but they become depressed, sometimes negative. The anxiety gets a hold of them. But I saw all of that change, and I'm so thankful for that. But here's what I really have to say. I can lay in my bed at night and look next to my husband, next to me, and see my husband, and I don't have to worry about is he gonna have a heart attack? Because his heart, y'all, when Carrie said the heart reverses, y'all, his heart has reversed. The doctors don't know why. The doctors don't know what's going on. They told him prepare for open heart surgery. Y'all, open heart surgery is off the table. His ejection fraction's gone back up. The migraines that he had are absolutely gone. The body pains that left him on the floor in the fetal position are gone. I have my husband back, and we have a family to raise. And so we all have experienced great benefits from the patches. I won't share them all. I've had great benefits. My hormones are balanced. But I'll say this last thing. The patch is not just for me and my husband. It was for my son too. I have a 16-year-old who's an athlete who loves to play sports and had an accident at the end of football season that tore his labrum. And he was looking at surgery. And I said, oh, no, 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 we're not doing surgery because I know what I had my hands on. And what should have taken him out for his basketball season, y'all, he was back in 3 weeks in basketball. He had a brace on, but he was back in 3 weeks. And so I'm just so thankful because it wasn't just for my husband, it was for me, it was for my son, it was for my kids, it was for my family.